I gotta tell you, I'm trying not to be biased here, but I could not be happier with this knife. This knife has checked so many boxes for me. Can you reverse flick this guy? You certainly can, right? If you just position your middle finger, right, the right way. Right. Let's pretend I didn't say that. The RUIKE P801, this guy is gonna come in at heavier than the other guys. Hello and what is going on, guys? My name is Miguel. Welcome back to Miguel EDC, where we talk everything EDC here. And today we're gonna be looking at this guy right here. Bam, the RUIKE. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. There's all kinds of different ways to pronounce this thing, I guess, based on how it's spelled. You want to pronounce it one way, but it's pronounced something different. But RUIKE, hopefully that's the way to say it. RUIKE P801. So that is the guy that we're gonna be looking at today. All right off the bat, I want to just share with you guys. I've had this knife for quite some time now. This is actually one of my very first EDC knives on a budget. Once I tell you guys how much this guy is, you're gonna be very surprised. As a matter of fact, let's just address that right off the bat. This guy here comes around $28 to $30, guys. $28 to $30. Such a great budget EDC knife. One of my very first knives that I had after my Kershaw leak, after my Civivi Elementum. So this guy is running a 14C 28N steel here on the blade. Are we gonna get into all the specs in just a moment? I was gonna do an unboxing on this guy in the channel, right, to show you guys my first impressions, but I was so excited to just open it and start using it that I forgot to record that video. But since I have been using it for a couple of months now, I believe it is time to go ahead and give you guys a comprehensive review on this little guy right here. So let's start with some basics here. Let's get a quick accurate measurement on this guy. Looking at the overall length here of just 8 inches altogether, total length. The actual blade is going to be around 3.5. The cutting edge is also going to be around 3.5 as well. The handle is going to be around, let's see, what do we have here, about 4.5 right there, right? 4 3/8. That's around the handle length right there for you. So let's check out the action on this guy once again. I want you guys to hear it. Hear the acoustics on this guy, the way that this guy fires, the sound of it. It is so nice. So this guy is clearly on ball bearings, right? That's what allows this nice, and let's see here, does it close? Yep, definitely close on its own there if you just let it drop. We got a flipper deployment right there. Of course, we have a thumb stud, right, deployment right there. So there you go. And can you reverse flick this guy? You certainly can, right? If you just position your middle finger, right, the right way, right? Let's pretend I didn't say that. All right, here we go. I just did it a second ago. Now it's beating up my finger. Let me see. I guess you could, right? Yeah, definitely not good. I don't think it was intended to be reverse flick all that often. It's kind of a uncomfortable thumb stud, if you will, for your middle finger reverse flick right here. But yeah, definitely good for left-handed folks, right? Obviously my left-handed skills are not the best, but boom, there it is. Right, you certainly can reverse thumb deploy it. Just take my word for it. You should be able to. Clearly, I suck with my left hand. So this guy is a frame lock, as you can see. Part of the frame, it's what's locking the blade in place right there. You move this piece out of the way, and you're able to shut it closed. Right. Again, just to show you once again, once the blade opens, boom, there's this piece of the frame slides in place, and it keeps the blade, you know, locked in. So let's now go ahead and do a quick hardware check, guys, like we do in every review video. By the way, my tools are linked in the description. They are part of the Strobito tool set here. Has every drill bit that you can probably imagine needed to take apart your knives or everything else that you may need to kind of disassemble, put back together in your home. Those links come to you at no extra cost. If you want to check them out, they will be in the description. They'd certainly help out the channel a lot. So let's go ahead and see on this guy. I want to say probably a T6, probably going to be a T6 right here on these frame screws. Yep, that is a T6 right there on these guys. And I want to say the pivot screw is probably going to be a T8. Right, let's see if that is the case. There it is, guys, T8 on the pivot. All right, also you have basically the same, you have a screw head on both ends on this guy, so that's also something to keep in mind. As for the pocket clip right here, right, these guys are going to be T6 as well. So pretty much everything on the knife is going to be T6, which, you know, I wish it was T8. The only thing that's going to be T8 is going to be this pivot screw right there. Now, speaking of the pocket clip, this guy has a very nice deep pocket carry, as you can see right there. My only caveat here, only gripe will be if the screws were recessed. They're definitely not recessed, you know, so there's that. I mean, if that doesn't get in your nerves, then you should be fine. But yeah, I feel like that's a missed opportunity right there. Those screws could be recessed. That would have made the pocket clip work a little bit better, but I mean, still gets the job done. And it's not a super long one either. It's just long enough where it gets the job done. And I also like that it's this kind of anodized blue accent right here. Same thing you have going on sort of in the pivot screw there. Same thing with the thumb studs. And it just kind of makes the knife stand out right there, right? With those blue accents over, you know, the stainless steel, otherwise aesthetics to it. Since we're here, let's do a quick blade stock thickness on this guy. I want to say on the thickest part, this guy is going to be 0.11 inches. All right, let me make sure. Yeah, thickest part, 0.11 inches. Whereas in the very tip, this guy is probably going to come down to 0.01. So a very, very pointy end right there for sure. And not bad on the actual thickest part right there, just about average, very decent. Let's get a quick weight on this guy to see what we're dealing with here. So for comparison, we're gonna quickly get the weight on the Pyrite. Pyrite is very comparable because of the fact that, you know, all metal design, right? Handles, blade, everything. Coming in at 3.6 ounces, right? That is the CJRB Pyrite. Let's check out the Leak, right? The Leak, also all metal, gonna coming in at 3.3 ounces. And last but not least, the RUIKE P801. This guy is gonna come in at, heavier than the other guys, come in at 4.1 ounces, right? Let's try that again, make sure it's accurate. There it is, guys, 4.1 ounces. So, you know, it's gonna be a little bit heavier than your, you know, G10 handles, micarta handle knives or EDCs or what have you. But again, I feel like, you know, there's just enough weight to it where it just kind of feels solid, feels quality. Again, for guys around the $30 ballpark. Let's not forget that part, about $30 ballpark. So you really can't ask for much more than that. So in conclusion, guys, I gotta tell you, I'm trying not to be biased here, but I could not be happier with this knife. This knife has checked so many boxes for me. It is one of my favorite EDCs. It's definitely up there. And for the price, I really wish there were more knives like this guy. Really wish there were a lot more knives at this price range. Again, around the $30 ballpark. Check the links in the description. Those are affiliate links and they help out the channel. No extra cost to you, but for that price, you really can't get any better than this. I mean, you guys let me know. We can kind of start a conversation in the comments into what other knife variant will be better than this guy for this price point. But I gotta tell you, for as much work this guy has done for me, all the cardboard boxes this guy has cut through over the last months, and still holding an awesome edge, and it's still looking amazing as if it was still brand new out of the box. This is a very, very solid EDC. In your case, I mean, you got nothing to lose if you're considering this guy, possibly buying it, testing it. You got nothing to lose if you just want to order it and then test it out. You can always return it if you end up not liking it. But I feel like you guys are definitely not going to be disappointed at all. This is a solid knife. I'm super happy that I have one. It has not disappointed me in any way and it still retains a heck of an edge. So I'm just so glad that they have an awesome knife, solid knife like this one at this price point. Well, there you have it, guys. Let me know in the comments anything that I perhaps missed on the review. Hopefully I have been able to empower you with some valuable information in regards to making your purchase, or even if you're considering buying this guy or getting this guy for a friend. That's also another great thing I feel this guy will do. If you're trying to get a knife for a non-knife friend, trying to get him into the hobby, come on, this is a perfect knife right here, right? I always say the Civivi Elementum, but if you don't have Civivi Elementum budget, get this guy, right? Definitely save yourself about 20 bucks or so, and still gonna get the job done. Get that friend, brother, you know, significant other, what have you, into the hobby. They're gonna love it. This guy is gonna cut for, you know, a long time, and they're gonna be super happy with it, to say the least. So hope you guys have enjoyed the review. Again, if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. Any questions you may have, just ask away. I'll be hanging out in the comments to answer all of your questions. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support in the channel. By the way, by the time you're seeing this video, it is very possible that the review on the Pyrite is going to be available. It's a very fidgety EDC as well, which I'm also very excited to review because it's been awesome. So that card will be right here for you guys to check it out. That is the CJRB Pyrite. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.